The new manager has a lot of faith in Harry Maguire, talking about the captain. And speaking to Rob Dawson, before the booing, might I add, just so you add some context to this, before this game, not that it will have changed anything, he was asked, the captain normally plays every game, so you must think he will be a first-choice player. To which Ten Hag answered, I think he is. He's proved it in the past, but he also has to prove it in the present time and in the future. He has played 60 times for England. Harry is really impressive, and I expect a lot from him. But there is also internal competition, and that is what a club like Man United needs.
I bet he's muttered so far this season 1,000 times in Dutch. Oh, for God's sake, stop asking me about this freaking captaincy. And everybody, all the English boys are going, what's he saying? What is he saying? He's got to be.
You think he'd rather talk about the captaincy or talk about Cristiano?
I was thinking you were thinking he was going to say, I hope this guy doesn't let me down.
Don't worry, we've got him on board.
Well, that's the two things he's talking about, isn't it? So.
Yeah, obviously, that's what it is. But it has to help, Gab, especially when you've got this backdrop of fans booing you, even in the pre-season, to have the backing of your manager like this.
I mean, you wouldn't expect your manager to say anything different. And in any walk of life, you wouldn't expect your boss to say anything different. You know, he has to back you. And I think it's logical. I mean, look, Harry Maguire is the same person who, the year before, wasn't a great season for United either, but they did finish second, if I'm not mistaken, and he played every minute of every game. And was he Beckenbauer? No, he wasn't, but he was solid. And I think he knows he had a rough season, and I think equally, if you're Ten Hag, you live in the real world. You look at, who are my centre backs? Erik Bailly still knocking around, Varane with his injury issues, Lindelof, Lisandro Martinez. I knew you were going to go there. But do you know what I'm saying? It's like, he's my asset. He is what I have. I mean, Axel Tuanzebe, contract was going to run out, hasn't been extended. You know, this is a reality.
If any one of us three were the manager right now, we'd be doing the exact same thing with Harry Maguire, for all the reasons you've just said. Not one of us would have thrown Harry Maguire out the door. Not one of us. He's doing exactly what he should do. Yeah. It's the right thing to do for all the reasons you said. He's going to play because of the choices. He is the captain, and you look at everybody else. There's nobody else anyway. So absolutely, he's doing exactly what he should do, right?
And he also said, and he has to continue to do it in the present, right? So if Lisandro Martinez shows that he's a monster centre back, if he does play at the back, and Varane's fit, and Lindelof, and whatever, maybe he'll be on the bench because the other guys are better. But I think Ten Hag couldn't have scripted better what he said. He said all the right things.
And by the way, I don't think early signs are that Ten Hag will be frightened to do that.
No.
Which I think is a great thing for Man United, because I think the previous two have been fiddling around, and I don't want to go over it with those two. They just, I mean, Ranić was slightly different, but between the two of them, they should never have been anywhere near Man United. I think at least with Ten Hag, the early signs, and from his coaching career in Holland, but the early signs here, if he's going to fail at Man United, and there's no suggestion he will, but he's going to succeed or fail on his terms. With these players, if they don't do it for him, they're either in the team or they're out of the team. There's no fudging it. There's none of this nonsense. And I honestly think the early signs, notwithstanding some of these results in pre-season, that sometimes you can take with a pinch of salt. But I just feel with this guy, he's as close to the real deal as they've had since Sir Alex Ferguson left the club.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.